Hey, my name is Desiree Roberts, and this is my presentation on creating an escape room using AI. And if you haven't already done so, I recommend clicking on the link and playing the game. Even if you don't know anything about language learning, you can probably make your way through there. My 11-year-old nephew was able to play the game and finish to the end. So the first thing that I needed to do to create my escape game was create the template. And for this, I did not use AI. I used a software that someone recommended, which was Genially. And they have a lot of really cool escape room templates. I'm going to show you here. If you click Create with Genially, and then you just click, if you type in there escape room, you're actually going to have a bunch of templates that come up, and they include sound and interactive features. And you might even be able to find one that's around an instructional topic or theme that would go with what you are studying. The next thing I needed to do was create the puzzles. So I used ChatGPT mostly to create these puzzles. So here's an example. Stephen Krashen is a theorist that I included, but I had ChatGPT write a short riddle about it. And I also, you can have ChatGPT create like quiz questions. You could also have it do anagram puzzles. So that's a good place to get your puzzles. And you just want to make sure that you're really specific with the prompt around maybe the length of the puzzle you want, the type of puzzle you want, and then you can even have it do a theme. So my escape room was more of a spooky theme. So you could have it, for example, create a spooky riddle. Next, I added images to my escape room. I tried out two different AI image generation products. The first one was Stable Diffusion. So here's Stable Diffusion. You just put in your prompt, and then you're going to get, it usually gives you 4 different images. With this one, I found it really had trouble creating realistic images of people. Um, and it looked a little bit wonky. I had a little bit easier time that if I said have it create a drawing or painting. So here you can see this of this cat. The painting looks really nice, but the photo looks a little bit weird with the arm and where the body's placed. So try that out if you're having issues. One thing I also noticed was most of the images of people I was getting were white images or images of less marginalized groups. So you might want to try having it. What I did was have it, I wrote in create a diverse image of people, and that really helped create a better image for me. So try diverse if you want to get more diverse images of people. And then I also tried out Canva images. And here, if you're in Canva, if you go to apps and then you click the text to speech, it works really similarly, um, but where you just put in a prompt and it'll give you 4 images. But I found Canva to give a little bit better images of people. However, you're still going to have some of the problems with the bias in the AI. So I recommend putting in their diverse image if you want to get more diverse images of people. Um, Stable Diffusion is totally free. You do not need to create an account, so that makes it really quick to use. However, Canva, like I said, I like this one a little bit better, but you do have to create an account. If you are an educator, it will give you all the features. If you're not an educator, you may have to pay to use some of the premium features. And then also Genially for the templates. That was not free, but I found it pretty inexpensive. It was $15 for students for the full year. So if you want to use that one, it is reasonably priced. The next thing that I did was add videos to my project, and I used Pictory. This was probably my favorite AI product that I used. So I'm going to show you Pictory. If I take my prompt from ChatGPT and then I just paste it into Pictory, Pictory will create a video for you. And if I just click proceed, it gives you some options of how the text will look. So I'll just use this one. I can choose the size of the video. And then you're going to see it uses AI to add videos to each line of the text. So you may need to, what I did was separate the text a little bit more, put each line of text on a different line, and that may help it with separating the videos if you want more images. And then I'll create images for each of these. If you don't like any of the videos, you can change them by clicking on visuals and then looking for a different image. And then one thing that I found is that you'll see it also biases towards white people and non-marginalized people as well. So you may need to change some of the images. But even with that, I found that it got me started much quicker. So that was really great. And then if you click audio, you're able to do, it'll use AI to create a voiceover. It'll just read that. And the voices sound really natural, pretty natural in this program. And you can also add background music. There are thousands of tracks available, and you can even search for them by a different mood or theme. And then the next thing I did was add audio to the puzzles. So I used two programs, VoiceMod and Pictory. I tried out VoiceMod. You just write in your text and you can choose different voices. I just used the free version of this. For the free version, I found it pretty limiting. There were some options to sort of play around with the voice, like add an echo. But I just didn't like this as much as Pictory. So Pictory was, again, the service that I used to create the videos. It has an option once you put in the voiceover, when you click download, you can just download the audio. You can download the MP3 for the audio instead of the whole video. And I just found that they had more voices and they sounded a little bit more natural, and kind of actually preferred to use Pictory for my audio. The downside of Pictory is that it is it's expensive, but I found it was really the coolest tool that I used, and it just creates really professional looking videos in minutes. So those were all of the tools that I used. If you would like to try any of these out, here are all of the tools that I used. Enjoy.